You've tried setting those big, ambitious goals, right? I'm going to work out for an hour every single day. This is the year I write my book. I'll meditate for 30 minutes every morning. And what happened? More often than not, you fell off the wagon. But here's the thing. You didn't fail because you're lazy or because you lack willpower. You failed because you started way too big. Today, we're diving into the science of tiny habits. I'm going to show you how actions that take just 2 minutes, when repeated consistently, can literally rewire your brain, build a new identity, and lead to massive, life-altering change. And the best part? It barely requires any willpower at all. This isn't just another motivational speech. This is behavioral design, backed by science. Let's get right into it. A fascinating study from the University of London tracked people as they tried to build new habits. They looked at everything: motivation, intelligence, how much free time people had. But the number one predictor of success wasn't any of those. It was starting ridiculously small. So why does this work? It's all about how your brain is wired. Your brain is a master of efficiency. It resists big, sudden changes because they feel threatening and require a lot of energy. But tiny, almost unnoticeable changes, it lets those slide right under the radar. This is where the genius of the 2-minute rule comes in, a concept popularized by James Clear in his book Atomic Habits. The rule is simple. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Why 2 minutes? Because it's so incredibly easy that it feels impossible to say no to. Think about it. Can you really tell yourself you don't have 2 minutes? And here's the magic. Once you start, momentum often takes over and you find yourself doing more. But even if you don't, you've still won. But there's even deeper science at play here. Neuroscientists at MIT discovered something crucial about how our brains form habits. The process starts with repetition, not intensity or duration. The part of your brain called the basal ganglia, which is like your habit formation command center, doesn't care if you meditate for 30 minutes or 30 seconds. What it really cares about is how often you do it. Each repetition strengthens the neural pathway. This is why reading just one single page of a book every day is more powerful for building the identity of I am a reader than binging 50 pages once a month. It's the consistency that casts the vote for your new identity. So, how do you put this into practice right now? It's a simple 3-step process. Step 1. Downscale your goal into a 2-minute version. Whatever your big ambition is, shrink it down until it's laughably easy. You want to run a 5K? Your new habit is put on your running shoes. That's it? You want to meditate for 20 minutes? Your new habit is sit quietly for 2 minutes. Want to write a book? Your new habit is write 1 sentence. The goal here is to remove every ounce of friction. Friction is the silent killer of all new habits. You're not trying to achieve the goal in 2 minutes. You're just trying to master the art of showing up. Step 2. Anchor your new tiny habit to an existing routine. This is a technique called habit stacking. The formula is simple. After I current habit, I will new 2-minute habit. This is incredibly powerful because you are piggybacking on neural pathways that are already strong and established in your brain. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will write 1 sentence. Or, after I brush my teeth at night, I will do 2 minutes of stretching. Studies show this simple trick can make habit adoption 3 times faster. You're not relying on a reminder or your memory. You're letting your daily routine trigger the new behavior automatically. Step 3, and this one is crucial. Celebrate immediately. The moment you complete your 2-minute habit, give yourself some genuine credit. It can be a quiet yes under your breath, a mental high five, or just a moment of feeling proud. This isn't just about feeling good. BJ Fogg, a behavior scientist at Stanford, explains that this celebration triggers a release of dopamine in your brain. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter of reward and motivation. When your brain gets that hit of dopamine right after a behavior, it essentially says, "Hey, that was good. Let's remember to do that again." This process, which Fogg calls shine, is what wires the habit into your brain for the long term. So, let's put it all together. Behavior happens when motivation, ability, and a prompt converge. Tiny habits maximize your ability by making it super easy. Anchoring it to a routine provides the perfect prompt, and celebrating immediately boosts your motivation for next time. Let me share a quick real-life example. There was a woman named Sarah who wanted desperately to get fit but absolutely hated the idea of the gym. It felt overwhelming, so she used the 2-minute rule. Her new habit was, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will put on my workout clothes. That was it. Some days, that's all she did. She'd put them on and then take them off a few minutes later. She still won because she showed up. But on other days, once she had the clothes on, she thought, well, I might as well do a few push-ups. Then, a few became 10. Within 6 weeks, Sarah was consistently working out 4 times a week. Not because she suddenly found superhuman discipline, but because she started so small it was impossible to fail. She mastered the first 2 minutes, and the rest followed. And this brings us to the real secret, the part that most people miss. You think you're building a habit, but what you're actually building is an identity. Every single time you put on your running shoes, you're not just performing an action, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. You're telling yourself, I am the kind of person who moves my body. Every time you write one sentence, you're casting a vote for I am a writer. Every time you sit in silence for 2 minutes, you're casting a vote for I am a calm and centered person. After 30 or so of these votes, your brain starts to believe it. The identity shifts, and then behaving in line with that new identity becomes effortless. So, I want you to forget about the massive heroic efforts. Forget about the all-or-nothing mindset. The path to massive change isn't a giant leap. It's 1,000 tiny steps. Start with 2 minutes. Pick one thing today. What's the 2-minute version of the goal you've been putting off? Downscale it, anchor it, and celebrate it. Because true, lasting transformation doesn't come from a sudden burst of motivation. It comes from tiny, simple actions, repeated without fail, until they become who you are. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you see your goals in a new light, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We post new science-backed mind hacks every single week to help you level up your life. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. We'll see you in the next video.